Welcome back to Inside Baker, and now we're going to talk recycling. Hi Jordan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Tricia.
Yep. Can you just tell us, as far as being president of Earth We Are, what exactly does that entail?
Well, we have meeting every 2 weeks. It's usually pretty small. We usually talk about what we're going to do. We usually do a couple highway cleanups every year. Maybe do some work at the wetlands or the prairie or perhaps the woodlands, and just kind of go over our agendas. Not a whole lot else going on right now, but pretty simple.
So you said the group was pretty small. About how many members do you have?
It kind of varies between meetings depending on who is available and whatnot. Anywhere from, I think we had 5 at the last meeting, up to about 15 or 16 sometimes.
Okay. All right, and who are the other officers? I know you're president, but...
Sarah Romerheim is the vice president, and we just got a new secretary. His name is Jonathan Vaughn. And other than that, we really don't have any officers per se.
And what are some of your duties as president?
I communicate with Dr. Boyd. He's our faculty sponsor. He helps set up a lot of the highway cleanups, work we have to do at the wetlands, or don't have to, but volunteer to do. He also gets us in contact with some of the organizations we donate some of our money to. So kind of a communicator between him and the group, and an organizer, you know, as usual, president gets stuff going in the right direction.
So is this the group that's in charge of campus recycling then, or is that a separate entity?
Kind of. Dr. Boyd started the campus recycling program in, he said, the mid-'80s, 85, 86, somewhere in there. And it's been a work-study program through then. And he usually gets somebody to do the recycling from Earth We Are. So it's, you know, kind of like both you said, kind of through the group and kind of not. But all the funds we get from recycling go directly to Earth We Are, and then we spend it on different things, activities that we do and stuff like that. And then I also get work study through that.
So you do get paid for doing the recycling,
right.
Then?
Yep.
And are there other students that are involved in the recycling, or does that just fall all on you?
Well, it depends on what time of year it is. During the school year, Michelle Pressgrove picks up the north half of campus, all the recycling, cans, bottles, glass, plastic, paper. Paper's a big one. Cardboard. She gets the north half, and I get the south half of campus. And then the last 2 summers, I've picked up the whole entire campus, not including the dorms, because nobody lives there in the summer, obviously. But so during the school year, I just get the south half, and summertime I get it all.
So do you have to make a special trip up here then during the summer to do that, or are you from this area?
Well, I'm actually from western Kansas, a little bitty town called Burdett. But I live in the Capasig house during the summer and work for Dr. Boyd on one of his other projects. So I'm up here during the summer. So yeah, I do have to make a special trip, a whole 8 blocks.
Well, hopefully that doesn't put you out too much.
No, I think I can handle it.
So what is it? Why is it important for students to recycle? Because, I mean, it's just so much easier to put everything in the trash can. Why should we even bother?
Well, first off, it helps our Earth We Are group. Directly helps some of the students on campus. Last 2 or 3 years, we've got between 17 and 18 tons of paper throughout the whole year, and we get $25 per ton for that. So that's our spending money. It also alerts some of the students to some of the things they can recycle, can't recycle. Helps the environment, obviously, and you know, just kind of gives them a stepping stone to where they can get when they live by themselves. They can be a recycler and help out.
So can you just give us a list of what is allowed to be recycled and what is not, just for clarification?
Sure. We pick up cardboard. Usually like to have it flattened. All the paper, newspaper, junk mail, white paper, colored paper, any paper, it goes. Glass, all colors, green, blue, clear, brown, anything. Plastics, number 1 and 2, which are basically your Pepsi bottles, whatever, stuff like that. And let's see, plastic bags can go. and aluminum cans and steel cans, I guess. We can get that too.
So are you familiar with recycling outside of Baker in the Baldwin City area, or do you just focus here on Baker?
Well, I just mainly focus on Baker because that's what I work with, but there is one other recycling drop-off. That's at the depot, down by the depot, here in Baldwin. That's run by Auto Sanitation, and they don't pick up paper, but they do get pretty much everything else. Not paper or cardboard, sorry.
And what kind of profits does your group see from the recycling?
Well, like I said, it's $25 per ton, and we get 17 to 18 tons of paper per year, and that just pretty much pays for our gas to run around and pick it all up. Other profits come, well, we have to run to Lawrence to take all those after we gather them here on campus. We run to Lawrence to take the glass, plastic, all that kind of stuff, aluminum, or steel cans rather. And those profits just pretty much, like I said, go to pay for the gas to run around and pick everything up. So it's not a real high profit deal, but it's kind of out of the goodness of our heart.
So you're almost like volunteers then, even though you're technically getting paid.
Right. Though I'm on work study, it was an optional deal for me and not a responsibility I had to take as president.
So did you begin the Earth We Are group, or was it already here when you came to Baker?
No, that's been around for a long time. Dr. Boyd's been the head of it, the faculty sponsor, like I said. And I was president, have been president for almost a year now. And I was vice president last year. And other than that, it's been around forever. So.
And what other organizations are you involved in on campus?
Well, like I said, I live at the Kappa Sig House. I'm in Earth We Are, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It keeps you busy?
Oh yeah, I'm swamped right now with homework and tests and stuff with the house and everything. So.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. That was a lot of good information, so hopefully people will take that to heart and start recycling.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tricia.
And now we're going to go out in the field with Allyssa King and the Baker University Forensics team.
Many students all over the campus are involved in different activities. Some choose sports, while others look at the academic activities. Some of these examples could be forensics and speech choir.
Hot, cold,
swoon,
scold, embrace, reject,
fondness, contempt,
kind, cruel.
Today we will look at how the speech choir, which is a part of forensics, joined up with Dr. Susan Bueller to perform Love in Any Language.
The speech choir is a feature of our forensics team that is unique to Baker. And it is where we all perform together, and we do that for events at Baker. Any Baker organization that has an event coming up that would like some entertainment of some kind, they can call us and let us know. And if our calendar's clear, we'll be there and we'll put together a presentation on the theme of their choice. Yes, we do have special rehearsals for the speech choir events, but this one today was a little unusual in that Dr. Bueller wrote the script for it.
Really good program we got. We're conference champions, and we compete with Big 12 teams. In fact, we knocked off K-State last week. So, I mean, it's really odd, hearing a Baker team, going against K-State, Nebraska, and OU, but that's what we do and stuff, and it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you to Dr. Susan Emel and Dr. Susan Bueller for your time today with this presentation of Love in Any Language. We will now go back to Tricia in the studio. I am Allyssa King for KNBU-TV.